Hey guys, Charlie here. You're listening to 6 and 60, and I know this is a little bit of a different opening, but I'm recording this on Saturday. Gerard's gonna come over in a couple of hours, and we're hopefully gonna have some good times, tell some stories, a few jokes, and be kind of silly. But as hopefully everyone knows, last Wednesday, 9 people were killed. Wednesday night, when a shooter opened fire at the Emmanuel African Methodist Episcopal Church in Charleston, South Carolina, during a prayer meeting. A long time ago, Gerard and I decided something kind of simple, and that's monsters sell newspapers. They're pushed in the media. It's the name that you will hear so many times. You always hear about the monsters, and unfortunately, you don't always necessarily hear about the victims and the people who were living lives, some extraordinary, some with limitless potential. You don't really hear about them. So to start a little something different, and then I promise you we will get into our normal absurdity and our silliness. Um, I just wanted to briefly talk about the 9 people who were, uh, for lack of a better term, were assassinated. It's not. It wasn't an accident. It of course was a tragedy, but a racist monster decided that he would strike people in a place that we should all feel safe, kind of regardless of what your own personal belief system is. Churches are one of those few places where we should all feel safe. And for these people, they couldn't. That was stolen from them. Uh, Sharonda Coleman Singleton was a 45-year-old mother of three, reverend and high school track coach. She was killed while attending that prayer meeting at the Emmanuel AME Church. She coached the girls' track team at Goose Creek High School. The school remembered her Thursday with a post on its Facebook page. Her cousin, Constance Kinder, told BuzzFeed News that Coleman Singleton was a beautiful spirit. Sharonda was pretty on the outside and just as beautiful on the inside. The one thing I knew for sure was that she loved the Lord, so she was where she enjoyed being. She was only 45 years old. She has 3 children. Kinder said that Sharonda would always end her conversations or a text message with "Love you, cousin." A beautiful person who did a lot of great things. Reverend Clementa Pickney. I apologize if I'm pronouncing any of these names wrong. The call to preach came early for Reverend Clementa, who was one of the 9 victims. She was 41 years old. She's also a state senator in South Carolina. Cynthia Hurd was a librarian. 54. She worked in the public library for 31 years and was serving as the manager at St. Andrews Regional Library since 2011. Cynthia was a tireless servant of the community who spent her life helping residents, making sure they had every opportunity for an education and personal growth. The CCPL made that comment in a statement. Tawanza Sanders was 26 years old and a recent graduate of Allen University in Columbia, South Carolina. Had most recently been working at a barbershop. He was quiet, a well known student who was committed to his education. The vice president of the Institutional for Advancement at Allen University said in a statement. His presence, he presented a warm and helpful spirit as he interacted with his colleagues. Myra Thompson was 59 years old. She was the wife of Reverend Anthony Thompson, who's a vicar at Holy Trinity Rec. The church confirmed her death in a tweet Thursday saying, Pray for Reverend Anthony Thompson, vicar, Holy Trinity, uh, with the killing of his wife, Myra, in the Charleston shooting. Ethel Lee Lance, a 70-year-old sexton who had worked at the church for more than 30 years, was killed in the shooting as well. Her family confirmed to media outlets. I'm lost, her grandson John Quill Lance told the Post and the Courier as he waited outside the trauma center of Medical University Hospital where the victims were being treated. He said his granny was the heart of the family. Reverend Daniel Simmons, he was a ministerial staff member at the church. He, of course, died in the shooting. His daughter, Arcelia Simmons, confirmed to ABC News. She said that Simmons, who was 74 years old, attended Bible study every Wednesday. BuzzFeed spoke to Simmons' son, Daniel Simmons Jr., who said, I'm doing very well with the grace and peace that God has planted. Reverend Deputy Middleton Doctor was 49 years old. The minister was the mother of 4 daughters. She sang in the church choir and spoke at the pulpit with Reverend Pickney, according to the Post and the Courier. My beautiful songbird, this is a hard one to swallow, a family member, Lori Middleton, wrote on Facebook. Susie Jackson was 87 years old, and she was also a victim in the attack. The coroner confirmed she was a member of the Eastern Light Chapel, number 360, Order of the Eastern Star, according to a community activist on Twitter. Her nephew, Tawanza Sanders, died when he dived between her and the shooter to save her. Jackson's cousin, Ethel Lance, was also a victim of the attack. These people, by all accounts, were good people. And even if they weren't, a monster came in and attacked them for no reason after sitting with them for an hour. The truth is, I'm just simply not eloquent enough to share all the feelings I have. Luckily, a person that is significantly smarter than me, Jon Stewart, took a moment out of his show to put into words at least some of the feelings I'm having. It's not a politics thing. It's a human thing. And until, as a nation and as people, we can openly talk about the problem in all of its nuance and complexity, I'm horrified to keep believing that things like this will continue to happen. A monster, a racist, a coward, a pig, a bastard, and every other bad word you can think of, took the lives of 9 people. I truly hope he burns in hell. This clip you're going to hear now is from The Daily Show, and then we'll kind of go into a normal show. Just know that all of you listening, it's always bewildered me to have thousands of people listen to 2 nobodies from Long Island to hopefully get a laugh or to at least hear a different side, or sometimes just to kind of hate us. But know that if you're listening, I truly do think you're at least pretty rad for checking us out. I love you guys. Here's Jon Stewart.
I have one job, and it's a pretty simple job. I come in the morning, and we look at the news, and I write jokes about it. And then I make a couple of faces and like a noise, like a and then it's just cha-ching, and I'm out the door. But I didn't do my job today. So I apologize. I got nothing for you in terms of like jokes and sounds because of what happened in South Carolina. And maybe if I wasn't nearing the end of the run, or this wasn't such a common occurrence, maybe I could have pulled out of the spiral, but I didn't. And so I honestly have nothing other than just sadness, once again, that we have to peer into the abyss of the depraved violence that we do to each other in the nexus of a just gaping racial wound that will not heal, yet we pretend doesn't exist. And I'm confident, though, that by acknowledging it, by staring into that and seeing it for what it is, we still won't do jack. Yeah, that's us. And that's the part that blows my mind. I don't want to get into the political argument of the guns and things, but what blows my mind is the disparity of response between when we think people that are foreign are going to kill us and us killing ourselves. If this had been what we thought was Islamic terrorism, it would fit into our, we invaded 2 countries and spent trillions of dollars and thousands of American lives, and now fly unmanned death machines over like 5 or 6 different countries, all to keep Americans safe. That's got it. We got to do whatever we can. We'll torture people. We got to do whatever we can to keep Americans safe. 9 people shot in a church. What about that? Hey, what are you going to do? Crazy is as crazy is, right? That's the part that I cannot, for the life of me, wrap my head around. And you know it. You know that it's going to go down the same path. This is a terrible tragedy. They're already using the nuanced language of lack of effort for this. This is a terrorist attack. This is a violent attack on the Emmanuel Church in South Carolina, which is a symbol for the black community. It has stood in that part of Charleston for 100 and some years and has been attacked viciously many times, as many black churches have. And to pretend that, I heard someone on the news say, well, tragedy has visited this church. This wasn't a tornado. This was a racist. This was a guy with a Rhodesia badge on his sweater. And, you know, so the idea that we're, you know, I hate to even use this pun, but this one is black and white. There's no nuance here. This is, and we're going to keep pretending like, I don't get it. What happened? This one guy lost his mind. But we are steeped in that culture in this country, and we refuse to recognize it. And I cannot believe how hard people are working to discount it. In South Carolina, the roads that black people drive on are named for Confederate generals who fought to keep black people from being able to drive freely on that road. That's insanity. That's racial wallpaper. You can't allow that. You know, 9 people were shot in a black church by a white guy who hated them, who wanted to start some kind of civil war. The Confederate flag flies over South Carolina, and the roads are named for Confederate generals. And the white guy's the one who feels like his country's being taken away from him. We're bringing it on ourselves. And that's the thing. Al-Qaeda, all those guys, ISIS, they're not compared to the damage that we can apparently do to ourselves on a regular basis.
When I walk without my feet and focus instead on blades of grass, and finding faces in the trees and breathing in the poetry.
Birthday boy, you're old.
I'm old as
as fuck now. What's cooking, buddy?
No.
Long time since you've been in the
I
fortress.
know, it's been a while.
It's
I was
truly
listening to that episode that we recently had. Well, you recently had.
so
You're
long.
like, yeah, there's like 2 subjects, and then
I babbled for 40 fucking minutes.
like the heart to hearts. I was just like listening, or heart to blank.
I guess
because
it was heart
no
to
one else-
hearts.
It was heart to your own heart. It was cute. It was nicely
It was
done.
good to vent. I highly recommend, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, if I have any piece of advice, it's
Yeah.
no longer start a podcast. It's like start a podcast and then don't invite your co-host.
Yeah.
It was like a very good. It's fucked up though. That is how I feel. Like it's weird admitting.
It's been 4 weeks since we were
It's
both
been
in
a
the
month
same.
since we've been in the room.
Yeah.
Look how much shit we had though.
And then we met up for my
We
birthday.
had 3.5 hours worth of pre-recorded, and
We
that's
did.
I dumped segments. Some shit we recorded was fucking
But it was funny when I was
bad.
listening. After like the 2 subjects, and then you were talking. I was like, "Shit, that probably wiped us out."
Oh yeah,
material that
we're
we
dead
have
empty.
on the back burner.
That's and that well, that's the good thing too. It's like we really do have a shit ton of
reserves.
normally. Like we were able to in
Merchant
essence take-
Marines.
we were able to take kind of a month off. I mean,
Yeah.
to give the behind the scenes
Yeah.
of everything, it's like we really prep our meals, but we still
Yeah.
have to cook them.
Yeah.
Like I still have to edit pretty
Yeah.
much every week. Admittedly, 2 weeks.
They're
I
all
just,
TV dinners, really.
all TV dinners. But
Gotta
just
nuke them.
nuke them. But it's a pain in the ass to nuke them. Like I have to find a plate and like a fork and maybe a knife.
Why are you nuking the episodes? It's weird. Yeah, no, it's because 1 week you were sick, and then so
That was
1 week
fucked
you were
up being sick too, because it was like
and then and it was funny because the following 2 weeks after that, you text me and you're like, "Yeah, I got Eternal Con or something else happened. Like I'm not getting out early." I was like, "Oh, all right. Well, I'll go hang out at my mom's. Let me know when you're done." And then I went to my mom's, and it's like 7, 8. And I was like, "Yeah, no."
oh, this was the day of Eternal Con, no?
Yeah, that was that day. But it was good. You know what? You were doing what you had to do with U.S. Comics and all that. And it's
Which
whatever.
it is an exciting
Yeah.
fucking time
Yeah.
to be in my inner circle. This is really weird, dude.
That doesn't
I am
include
literally
me.
it totally includes you, stupid. It's a fucking
I didn't go to Eternal Con.
it's a
I didn't
really,
get a T-shirt.
You were invited to Eternal Con. Don't you dare
No, I
pretend.
wasn't.
Yes,
I
you
had
were.
no idea about
You
Eternal
were
Con. I didn't
working.
even know where it was.
Dude, I only fucking knew the week of.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I told you, and you were like, "No, working."
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, again,
Yeah.
you have to remember, I am inept when it comes to realizing I don't work retail anymore.
Yeah.
Conversely, I did work retail.
Yeah.
The day before I went to Eternal Con,
That's right.
and I fucking made all these amazing contacts. We have a few artists. Dude, 2 of the artists we met with
Yeah.
saw the book I have. Like, I have a U.S. Comics biblioteca, which is a library, I think. I have a Bible for U.S.
Yeah.
Comics that has all 50 characters.
You're having like an
Our
archive.
Bro, I always do the same gimmick with artists. I pay them for a commission, and I'm
Mhm.
like, why don't you pick the character? These 2 artists, they happen
So
to
that's
be
smart
friends.
because then they pick one that they see them all, and then they kind of just migrate to the one they're most attracted to.
Exactly right. Now, not only was that the fucking case, both of the artists wanted to keep the bios when they did the commission. Like they were like, "Oh, this is so cool, dude." One guy
But
I
you
talked
can't.
to.
But you.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I totally took it out.
Okay,
It's,
because you have hard.
It's in
you
a
have,
3. It's in a 3-ring binder,
okay.
so I can take out the bio and the fucking promo.
and
picture.
you're just giving that to artists?
Well, it's at the place, so I get them back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dude, but it's fucking.
I thought like they
insane.
like loved it so much that like, oh, can I keep this? And
Oh no, fuck that.
yeah,
Not
okay.
until they sign a goddamn confidentiality agreement. But what was crazy is the one guy I spoke to for like an hour and a half. An hour and a half, we were just like, he was like, "Oh my god," and he like wants to animate it. I'm
Yeah.
like, "What the fuck is going on?" Like he literally, when we were leaving,
because they literally have nothing better to do instead of
it's
instead
not
of,
even that. It's how many
instead
times
of
can you
collaborate with your little funny
How
book
many
company.
times can you draw Batman before you fucking hate
Oh, yeah.
Batman? Years
It's
now.
new.
Years I've been going to cons,
I know.
and I've been getting them to do characters that they wanted to do, even before I had my own.
Yeah.
I'd go up to an artist and be like, "Who haven't you drawn today?
Yeah.
Have you ever done a Nightwing?" And it's like, they eat that shit up.
Yeah.
This one fucking guy, though, as we're leaving, it's a guy and a girl, and they're awesome.
Yeah.
And I would love to have a female voice
Mm.
or fingers on this book, because it is such an important part of it.
Yeah.
Such a big part of it is like we want to really represent everyone. We want Gerard. We want you to
Yeah.
sit down, and when you finally flip through the script and then the final finished product, we want you to be like, "This is my motherfucker."
Yeah.
10 times more than who's your favorite Avenger? You got 5 options.
Yeah, I
We're
know.
saying who's your favorite Marvel character?
Yeah.
Only it's a brand new fucking book. with 50 fucking characters. It is the ballsiest thing I've ever seen in independent comic books, and it's because we're too dumb not to do it.
Well,
We're
yeah.
too stupid to realize that it's too much of an undertaking.
Yeah.
Which is the fucking best way
The
to
problem
live.
is when so many like places start out, they only have like 3 characters, maybe. You know, you're going at it hard, and I commend you. guys
Even
for
Marvel and DC. How did their universes start?
that. Marvel.
Okay,
and DC.
we have this couple characters. Now let's have them interact, and then we'll have a team.
Yeah.
Our universe takes place not to pitch it, but this episode, like all episodes, brought to you by ReadUSComics.com. Dude, it's fucking day one. Our first issue happens years into our universe. Our universe starts at the fucking Big Bang. So we say it's not a theory. Big Bang happens. Technically, that's the start of our story.
Yeah.
We don't start our story there, man. We're kind of Watchmening it.
Yeah.
Like where it's like the shit's been happening for a while. And what are the stories?
No, it's smart because there's so many origins stories, and honestly, it just gets boring. Like I know at this point who Batman is. I know who Iron Man. You know what I mean? I'm sick of hearing. Yeah, but he fell down a cave when he was a little fucking boy.
What?
Got scared by bats. Here comes Alfred.
What have
he
I
is the knight. I
complained to
get
you?
it.
What do I always complain to you about superhero movies?
It's the same.
You don't
it's
need
always
to
an origin
fucking
story.
start.
No.
Like you don't need to start as Peter Parker. It's just as interesting.
When did Detective Comics come out? 33, 37, something like that?
Yeah.
We know about Batman.
We get it. And again, all characters are really tropes of one another.
Yeah.
And our characters aren't different. Our characters, don't get me wrong, John and I, my brother, have taken extreme effort to characters that we couldn't write originally.
Yeah.
We found people who could write versions of them originally.
Yeah.
But of course, we have a character that would fit that Superman, Batman tropes, but ours are vastly different. And if people want those origin stories, we got them. We know what their fucking origins are.
Here's the thing. Like with that, you're gonna do the whole. It's been 10 years, let's say, into your universe.
Right now, the sitting
whatever the time is,
the posted in the script is it's 10 years after.
Oh wow, I'm
after
smart.
our big creation.
But like well into a couple of comics, if you see some characters in sales or whatever doing better than the most or whatever, if you decide to do it for all of them, you could do an issue number 0 for every character, but have that a dedicated kind of like a biography, and people can decide to pick it up or not.
Or Gerard,
continue reading what they've been.
How great are backup stories?
Yeah.
So you're reading one of our books. It's the 3rd issue about one of our characters. You turn the backup story will be Pest's origin.
Yeah.
How fucking cool is that?
Well, that's
I'll tell you right now. You want to know fresh off the pages. You want to know something that made it into the final script. That's literally an Easter egg. In our first issue, we're referencing things that happened before the first issue because when we start writing these in monthly form, it jumps a year even before our first book. Right now.
Okay.
Pest, one of my favorite characters. Think John Leguizamo meets Bruce Lee.
Okay.
Think that meets Daredevil.
Okay.
He's going to have one sleeve that's a slightly different color than the rest of his costume.
Okay.
Because it's torn off in a previous issue.
Yeah.
But the issue is previous to our first book.
So you
because
have
our
no idea
timeline
why
happens.
it is.
So how exciting is it going to be when that payoff happens? Who knows when we're going to have it pay off?
Yeah.
That shit might pay off 3 years from now if we take off.
It could just be a thing that's just
how
always
fucking
there.
cool is that?
See, it'd even be cool to right at the end of every episode have kind of I think Marvel did this at some point in the 90s when the TV show for X-Men was going on. But anyway, or maybe I'm thinking the metal die-cast Micro Machines where on the back of the card, the bubble card, whatever, it'd have a biography, name, real name,
yeah, totally.
height, weight, whatever.
That's how
and
our Bible's set
you
up.
could have that at the end.
A guide.
Or if you once you release all 50 characters, and you do a big compendium where it's issue 1 of all 50 characters, so essentially 50 issues in one. So it'd be a compendium, and then in the back of that have just a section where it's kind of like that.
Totally.
You know?
Don't get me wrong. We're gonna be a comic book
nothing is
company
impossible.
Haha. We're gonna be a comic book company first, but a lot of what you're describing is gonna be on our website.
It's just that, yeah.
ReadUSComics.com. When we officially launch it, right now it's up, but it doesn't really have any content. When we launch it, bro, I hope you like GI.
Whatever.
Remember the old GI Joe toys where the bios were on the back?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna hook
That's
you
shit
up,
that
bro.
I always think about, like the things that were on the back of, or even they came with like trading cards.
Yes.
Like all that old school shit, and it'd be exciting for newer readers, and it would kind of be a nod to all people who grew up with that stupid
Fuck yes.
shit. There's so
It's
much you
gonna
could do.
It's dude, truly, nothing's off limits. The whole point.
And
is,
please don't do tie-ins where if you want to read more, go to this issue. And please don't have
not.
ads.
Here's the
You
two,
can make your money in so many other different ways.
Here's the two
Image
facts.
makes it work.
Here's the two.
I don't want to
facts.
see a fucking Bubblicious fucking after page 2. There's a Bubblicious and a Sega Dreamcast fucking head.
Here's my two
Fuck
promises. I promise this right now. One, our universe.
I'll pay for no ads.
Everything affects everything else. That's a promise.
Yeah.
But it's not needed for your narrative.
Okay.
So when you're reading a story, it'll never say. You'll never have to go to another one of our books to see a missing scene. But you might see that scene from a different angle if you do pick up that other book.
Okay.
One world, one timeline, no restarts, no coming
please.
back from the fucking dead, no
Whatever's-
Days
yeah.
of Future Past 6 times.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Whatever's
We're gonna
written is
do-
written.
We're going to do what the big boys fucking can't because we got bigger balls.
Oh.
And we got motherfuckers.
Fuck Marvel.
We got motherfuckers
Fuck
like
DC.
Gerard Nolan
Nah.
fucking running back up.
Nah.
Ninjas.
Nah, I'm not. I'm not included.
Oh, you're included.
I'm
bitch.
not a C anything.
You're
COO
you're-
999
You're a
H4.
CUNT. A big one.
I like that one.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I want CNT. That's my title.
Done. You got it.
Cunt.
So I was perusing the internet like
Oh,
I'm
God.
apt to do.
Hey, you know what they say about the internet?
It's a dick.
Anything that's on the internet is true.
That's true.
Anything.
Well, I'll give you something true because I'm about to put it. This episode's about to go on the
12
internet.
inches
Shit,
big.
done.
Internet
I'm about to put this on
real.
the internet.
Oh God.
Leslie Horn.
Leslie whore. What a whore.
She might be a whore, but that's
Suck
only a legend.
peckers.
She's a total dick. I can tell you that. Ready for this? There's an article she wrote. It's called "Resist the Summer of Schlub."
Of schlub?
Let's get one thing out of the way first. If you're taking sartorial advice from the likes of Kevin James or Adam Sandler, you have a big, big problem. These guys are showing up to movie premieres in T-shirts and flip-flops. And the cut
fuck
says
you.
it signals that we've hit a schlubby period in fashion. Have some self-respect and resist the urge to follow this bad trend. T-shirts are for weekends, sandals are for the beach, and sweats are for hangovers. This photo was taken just a day after the one above, which means Adam Sandler has given up on life. He's in T-shirts and sweatpants and sneakers. It takes little to no effort to just tuck in your dad gum shirt. Also, learn to recognize when a T-shirt
This
needs
was
to be
written by a
retired.
90-year-old.
A 90-year-old jerk needs to be retired, as Adams is clearly way past its prime. Also, just because something is from Lacoste or some other French-sounding designer doesn't make it a nice shirt. And she posts a picture of Kevin James in a polo type shirt.
Right.
Is Twitter genius Kevin Smith now considered a style icon? Well, he shouldn't be, wearing his classic oversized hockey jersey and baseball cap in the picture she shows. A dirty baseball cap has no place at a public event. Ditto a hockey jersey for someone 3 times your size. For someone 3 times your size. Not pictured. Hemmed jean shirts. No, no, sir. And she goes on to continue. This cut also mentions a recent New York Times piece that calls out Jeb Bush for announcing his run for presidency in just a buttoned-down shirt rather than a traditional suit and tie. He may be a dumb idiot, but let Jeb live. At least he tucked in his shirt. And at least the shirt had a collar and was ironed. It even had a belt on. A belt! I seriously doubt Kevin Smith owns a belt at all. So take your style cues from elsewhere. Streetwear can look nice, and the current streetwear trend is usually fine, but it doesn't give you permission to wear clothes that don't fit or shirts that look tired, nor are you allowed to pass off fucking flip-flops as formal wear. Take some pride in your appearance at risk of sounding like your mother. Would it hurt you to wear a collared shirt if you're Adam Sandler? I'm guessing it would. Let me just address the things I find most important.
Yeah.
And Kevin Smith did strike back, not in a mean way.
I saw what
And,
he wrote. It was nice.
Some women, some douchier people attacked her on Twitter, calling her like a filthy cunt and blah 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 blah.
He
Well,
didn't.
first
He
of
didn't
all-
tell people to do that. They
Of
took it
course
upon
not.
themselves.
Let me first of all say, when I call you a cunt, I'm not saying it to diminish women. I'm not even saying it to diminish you. What I'm saying is, fuck you. And I'm gonna say this from a very specific point. Okay? As a fat guy, which I'm happy to say I am,
No,
I don't
you're-
hate
You're a
myself.
big boy.
I don't hate myself every day,
Yeah.
despite what TV might insinuate. And even what it may have sounded like on this show when I say I do think it's a little hypocritical when women come out and talk about their body and image issues when fucking Brad Pitt exists.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I fucking know that I'm not what people want. And even in an age where everyone's talking about how dad bodies are the new trend, I'm not that either. I'm a fat guy. So God forbid I want to feel comfortable. Now let me make a couple points. One, you judgmental twat. And you are a judgmental twat, and I stand to it. Again, not diminishing women, just diminishing you. I don't like you, and that's a very easy word.
You know what's
to,
funny?
To
Charlie's looking at me every time he says that, and it's
the twat word.
No, when you're saying I don't hate you, and you every time
Oh,
you
yeah,
said
it's
you,
my
you're talking to her,
subconscious.
but you're just
My
looking at me,
subconscious
and
is
I'm like,
taking over.
oh,
Well,
what do I do?
I want you to hear what I'm saying. Are you aware what a necessity belts are for fat guys? Do you have any? You've had a couple extra pounds on you.
Yeah, I'm wearing
Our
a belt right
pants,
now.
I have no fat guys. Me, Kevin James,
Yeah,
Kevin Smith before he lost the fucking 100 pounds. We got no asses.
yeah.
God didn't make us fat. Fruit Loops did. So if I don't have a belt on,
I like
my
that.
cock and balls are coming out. So I have to wear a belt.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, I assure you, Kevin Smith has worn belts.
Yeah.
Fuck yourself.
I don't know.
Let
you-
me no. Before
I,
I need you to save. I need to get all out one
Fine.
fucking giant.
Fine.
thing. Kevin Smith bought a shit ton of hockey jerseys in many different sizes because his weight fluctuates a little bit. Recently, though, he's lost an ungodly amount of weight. I'm pretty sure the guy is down to an XL at biggest. The guy looks amazing. So instead of celebrating the fact
Yeah.
that his once slightly oversized hockey jersey is now laughably oversized, let's take into account the man for a long time has struggled with his fucking weight. And now he finally was able to do something about it by cutting out sugar.
Yeah.
Something that I frankly do not have the ability to do personally. So the fact that a rich man with a hot wife and a fucking career in Hollywood is able to find a way, despite all of his glory, to hate himself enough to lose 100 fucking pounds by never tasting the sweet, sweet, sugary goodness of a
Yeah.
soda pop. How about celebrate that?
Yeah.
And pants on a fat guy, I'll tell you this, none of us wear them around our waist. We look fucking ridiculous. So we'll wear them around our fucking hips. Once again, making the belt a necessity. So shorts are not only more comfortable, they also keep us cooler because we are fat. And before you jump on your fucking diatribe about how I should lose my weight, remember in this country, we universally allowed Kendall Jenner to instantly be considered a woman without making fun of her at fear of being thrown off
You
of
mean
the
Caitlyn
internet.
Jenner?
Whatever the fuck.
They're both the same.
That broad.
They're all the same.
And again, that's a fucking great thing. But again, I hate to fucking beat a dead horse when all the other tragedies in the world are happening, and I'm not discrediting any of them, Gerard. It's still fine to call a fatty a fatty.
Yeah.
So because of that, our only defense is to be as comfortable as we can. And yes, that does involve shirts that are too big, be it a t-shirt, a hockey jersey, or my button-downs that I wear quite consistently.
Yeah.
I'll have you know the button-downs, for the most part, that I wear are 2 sizes too big because if I'm sitting down, I'd rather people not see every curve of my luscious, beautiful body. And I just want to make this perfectly clear. Me saying all this doesn't mean I never get my dick wet. It turns out that being fat forces you to have other skills. Either you become an awesome director like Kevin Smith and don't make some sort of pun about Chasing Amy being his only good movie, because go fuck yourself. They were all pretty great, and I can't wait for Moose Jaws. It's Jaws, but with a fucking moose. So don't attack people that I give a fuck
And
about.
yoga hosers.
Even though I don't know them, you can't attack Kevin Smith. Hockey jersey's too big because he lost a shit ton of weight. Shorts are fucking too big because it makes him feel comfortable and, God forbid, makes him be able to look in the mirror and not completely hate himself. And hey, stupid bitch, do you know why his hat's dirty? It's because he does movies, and he's going to be in a movie, including fucking a Clerk sequel, a Mallrats sequel, rather.
Yeah.
So he needs his classic white but dirty lived-in hat. So, judgmental twat I never heard of before, your move, strike back. Attack me when I go into my multi-billion-dollar fucking office in my hockey jerseys from geekyjerseys.com because they make the finest in nerd
Yeah.
apparel. And my shorts, I bought a fucking Old Navy when they were on sale for $10, so I got every color in my fucking size. Go fuck yourself. because I go into that fucking office and I feel just fucking fine. I've gotten promoted wearing what I wear. And one time in a fucking big meeting about what makes us better at managing people, I wrote down that I could probably afford to dress a little bit better. And the fucking person in charge of this meeting turned to me and said, "You dress fine. Clothes don't make a man. Men make their clothes."
It's your persona, your attitude, the
Well,
way
I
you
feel
own it.
exactly right.
Your juge, if you will. You know what it is though. Kevin Smith he's a nerd. He made his career off of doing what he wanted to do. I mean, for fuck's sake, An Evening with Kevin Smith, he wore his trench coats. He wore his jorts. His fucking for what was it? At least 10 years? He was showing up to Hollywood premieres with his jorts, his Vans checkered shoes, and a blazer and a t-shirt. He's wearing a hockey jersey because he's whatever. It's not like you're seeing Michael Fassbender, a classy, very talented actor that does all these serious roles, show up in a hockey jersey and jorts that are oversized. Adam Sandler, same thing. I mean, he's a goofy guy. He didn't make his career off of being a serious, thespian.
And
again,
though,
he's a director that's mostly behind the fucking camera, has his little cameos as Silent Bob. Yeah, totally. This is what he's known for. He's in a fucking show called Comic Book Man.
But let me ask you this, Gerard. Why is it that when this fucking sexist, absurdist pendulum swings back the other way and comes towards fellas, it's okay? Hey, Leslie Horn, who's on LinkedIn, a writer
God
for
forbid
Deadspin.
someone makes fun of how a female
What if I do a
dresses?
Google search of her?
I'm sure.
What do you think comes up when I do a Google search? Because again, we're not talking about the value of men. No, we have plenty of shit. She's on LinkedIn. So the first is a profile
LinkedIn.
picture.
Wow.
She has a. Let's just be honest.
I'm on fucking LinkedIn.
Her very first picture from LinkedIn.com. She's a relatively pretty woman. Not that matters, but again, it's not that she's some fucking
but
clown
what gives
pig.
her the right to cast the first stone?
Her hair is loosely strewn over her shoulder, and she's wearing what looks like a cheetah print shirt. So I don't really think you get to start making fashion statements when you're dressed like Peggy fucking Bundy. So let's go on. Her next picture, her eyes are crossed because she's so much fun. And Leslie, feel free to attack my pictures.
She feels comfortable in her own skin.
I'm a fat guy with a beard. I get it. It's easy to make fun, and I'm not going to make fun of you aesthetically. I am going to, however, judge your fucking outfit. A few pictures later, you have what appears to be a partially see-through white shirt with, again, your eyes and a goofy face on, and I can see your bra through your shirt, and it looks like a little bit of boob sweat is pouring through. So, Leslie, I hate to tell you this, maybe go out. I know you're probably from New York or some other major city. Go get yourself a nice hockey jersey. They're very comfy. It actually turns out that a woman in a hockey jersey super sexy for most guys, especially if it's oversized. It makes our imagination run wild. So instead of being such a fucking judgmental pig, because if I fucking said right now, even on our stupid little podcast, we're mostly people who like our sense of humor and get when we're joking versus when we're not. How about the Summer of Schlub? How about you eat a bag of dicks? Not human dicks, the little candies. You could probably go to put on a few pounds, because I bet whoever you're dating, if anyone, not that you need that to validate you, they probably love you for who you are and not for how you dress. And hey, next time you want to attack Hollywood, why don't we talk about the last time Brad Pitt wore a fucking shirt with a hole in his belly button? Oh, we don't care because he's gorgeous? Go fuck yourself. You're a sexist bitch. And you're anti-fat.
Well, my argument is always like, I had someone ask me, I'm not going to say who it was, but she asked me, "Oh, how do you feel about?" This is kind of off subject, but it kind of I'll prove my point. She asked me, "Oh, hey, how do you feel about gay marriage?" Whatever. What do you mean? All right, let me ask you this: what did you do today? Oh, I went to work. I went shopping. I went food shopping, and then I came home and I just started cleaning the house. Oh, okay. Did gay marriage get in the way of any of that? No. Then who fucking cares? Did Kevin Smith's fashion sense, what he wanted to put on today, affect you directly in any way? Did Adam Sandler decide, well, you know what? I've worn suits. I've gone to all these different, award ceremonies and whatever the fucking premieres. I'm a fucking goofy guy. I'm gonna wear whatever's
How
comfortable.
about he's earned to wear whatever
he's
the
earned-
fuck he wants?
Exactly. And Kevin Smith, he it's just that's his uniform at this point. You think of oversized hockey jerseys, shorts, or a trench coat, or a backward snap cap, and a beard. I think of Kevin Smith.
Gerard,
you know?
not to get overly sappy, but when we're recording this, tomorrow's Father's Day.
It is.
Father's shit fucks me up because mine is super dead. Kevin Smith in his statement, and again, I'm
did
sure
it for
people,
his kid.
I'm sure people made fun of make fun of him for this, but I'll reiterate what he said on his little blog and on Facebook and Twitter and stuff. He part of the reason why he wears his hockey jersey is because he feels like his dad never wanted him to leave New Jersey. So if he's wearing a jersey, he's always in Jersey.
Oh, that's cute.
While that's a little punny and very fucking sappy,
that's
as someone
cute.
who misses his dad every fucking day, the fact that some asshole goes on the internet and feels the need to take an attack, she attacked someone who wasn't even fucking involved with the photos that upset her so much.
Yeah.
So Leslie, next time you're looking for something to write, hey, make sure that you won't have fucking 2 assholes from Long Island ready to avenge the people that need avenging. Fuck you. And I mean it, because go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Because people like you are the reason why great people sometimes look at Gerard when his mustache is silly, or me in my hockey jersey and think that we're less than. We're fucking not.
Yeah.
We're
That's
not.
the thing, man. If you feel good about yourself, no one has a fucking right. Even if you feel bad about yourself, no one has any fucking right.
When
the
did we
problem
last
is the
hear this narrative?
the internet gives people
She's not a random Twitter person. Her job is to write shit.
The internet, unfortunately, the people who have a voice are mostly the people that shouldn't have a voice. That's just the way it is.
Again, even if this was just a temporary transgression, I don't need a lot to judge someone on. I'm a judgmental asshole. Fuck her.
I believe that some people lash out at people without 100% knowing what they're saying or doing. Like, they don't understand the repercussions anymore. The problem is with writing something on the internet, you don't get to see that person's reaction in person. So that's why it's easier for bullies to send someone a Facebook message that's hurtful. Someone send
that's a super popular
an
word
aim,
right now. How is what she wrote not just bullying?
It's cyberbullying in a way. Just because your taste in men is very different from what they decide to do, that they don't have to fuck you. You don't have to fuck them. No one's asking you to be attracted to them.
What her thesis statement could be thrown aside, and I know some people think
it's not a thesis statement.
Some people think that this
is her bullshit opinion.
Some people think that this stuff is temporary or not important.
Yeah,
I'll tell you why it's important. And I truly mean this, and I'm not trying to fucking placate. I'm certainly not trying to impress anybody, because God knows I don't give a fuck what people think about me and my opinions. But if I were to publicly say that all women should go around in miniskirts, thongs, no bras, and see-through T-shirts,
you'd be crucified.
I would be dismissed as a pig.
Yeah.
She is that same thing.
That's the same thing.
There is no difference.
Yeah.
Why don't you tuck in your shirt, miss? When you fucking weigh 100 pounds more than a fitness expert would tell you need to, how about then you can judge why I don't tuck in my fucking shirts? How about no matter how happy I am, I feel uncomfortable as fuck at weddings?
Yeah.
How about that? You don't. Oh, now what is it? I have to fucking throw myself a pity parade. I can't like myself and get laid, and also hate myself in fucking pants.
Well, that's the thing. Like,
you kidding?
For the most part, like, dude, I've been to weddings. I've been to a lot of things with you, and you dress
gorgeous,
and you dress fucking well. You know how to dress yourself. You know
baby.
how you do.
You saying I'm pretty?
The few times that, not few times, but I like to dress nice as well. I try to, and wear my band uniform or go to weddings, whatever. But like, if I could have my fucking way, like, I'm at your house right now in a t-shirt and fucking shorts. I came here
Gerard,
from work.
How is the measure of
it's
success
nice to be
not
comfortable.
being able to dress however the fuck you want?
Yeah.
If you want to wear an Armani suit, man, God bless you. My brother looks best dressed like Don Draper.
Yeah.
He knows it. His wife knows it. The world knows it.
Yeah, but guess
so
what?
That's how he. No, that is how he dresses.
No,
if John
but
could
like
have fucking suit, if John had a summer pool suit, that's what he'd wear in the pool.
But okay, fine. But like the comic book convention, did he go to Eternal Con in a suit? No, he wore a t-shirt and fucking probably jeans
have
and
no
sneakers.
misconception. If we ever do start getting some fucking traction, Homeboy's gonna throw out all of his
Oh,
t-shirts
yeah.
though. His suit might have embroidered on it.
Yeah.
U.S. Comics again. Just my point is this, dude.
You're allowed
The-
to wear
the-
whatever
the-
you want, and
the
no one.
judgmental pendulum swings both ways.
Yeah.
Don't start none. There won't be none. And I promise you this: if ever, by the grace of whatever God will listen, by some grace I ever get to walk down a red carpet, be it at the fucking premiere of the 6 and 60 movie, the 6 and 60 documentary, be it fucking
Whatever.
if U.S. Comics sells, I promise you this: on my father, who has left this mortal coil, I promise you I will be in a hockey jersey. And on the back of that hockey jersey will read Kevin Smith, thank you. Facts.
Yeah.
Because I want to do everything Kevin did, including the hot fucking big-eared brunette.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
Joyce fucking Mitchell.
Who's Joyce Mitchell?
Oh, I'm so glad you haven't heard. So, Joyce Mitchell, in a nutshell.
This is real quick. This is when I search things on the internet, I look for 3 key things: cock,
of course.
kittens,
Okay.
and Game of Thrones.
That's actually the same order you look at porn in, isn't it?
Yeah,
Big
Well-
cock, tiny cats.
kittens with huge cocks in Game of Thrones. That's what it is.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know nothing, Meow Snow. No, it's not a porn
Sad.
star.
He's not dead. Not dead.
Partial spoiler.
Partial
He's not.
spoiler. It was on the front page of fucking like New
He
York
did not
Times or
fuck
something the
around
next
with that,
day.
huh? Yo, I can't believe it was such big news.
I know.
Excited. I'm excited.
It's
I don't
gonna be
think he's
good.
going to be next. I don't think you'll
good.
see him at all next season.
No. He's definitely going to be away
I
for a
bet
while.
Sam finds out next season.
Sam's definitely going to find out.
Another
Sam,
beautiful fat man.
I love how it was like, oh, you're the first to kill a White Walker, Jon Snow. No, you're not. Sam is.
Did someone say that?
Someone said that. I think even Sam said that to him. You're the first one to kill a White Walker. Meanwhile, that one scene when he found
After
that
we
what
watch it now-
dragon glass.
Yeah, no, that's
Sam
that's how he
killed.
knows, yeah.
So I don't
Sam's
know.
a bad motherfucker.
He
White
is.
Walker killer.
Oh, guess what? Is he thin and wears a nice
He
suit?
doesn't. He wears sweet ass armor. Or
No,
something.
he's gonna wear a hockey jersey in the next episode.
Dude, I just
'Cause
want
'cause he's an
one.
overweight.
I just want one
man.
Game of Thrones episode where everyone's plain clothes. Like, don't even address it. Like, everyone's just wearing like Gap. Okay.
So Joyce Mitchell.
Joyce Mitchell is. Oh God, have you watched any of Orange Is the New Black?
No.
She's like right out of that show. Get this shit.
Is she
Joy-
is she kind of like big with the like
She's not
really short
she's not
hair?
Pretty. Yeah, you've seen her. on the
black
news.
hair.
No, it's like blonde. It's naturally brunette.
All right, whatever.
Okay. So let's see here. Okay, I'll just hop right into the article. This is from NBC News. A prosecutor said Wednesday that Joyce Mitchell, the New York prison worker charged with helping 2 killers escape.
Oh, her.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I just don't remember her name.
She discussed with the 2 men a plot to kill her husband.
Yeah. And
Joyce,
one and one.
can I ask, why is Joyce admitting this? You're in enough shit. You don't need to say like, yeah, the big cock guard that I gargled on.
Yeah.
I also want to kill my husband with him. So the information that we have from Joyce Mitchell is that the plot had occurred. This is according to District Attorney Andrew Wiley, and that's all I'll speak about. Bitch, you didn't have to say any of that.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Did you know that her husband went to visit her when she was in jail for
I
45
did,
minutes?
I did.
Oh my God, good for him.
The confirmation came as authorities released computer-enhanced images of the 2 killers, pieces of shit, Richard Matt and David Sweat. This sounds like a porno.
David Sweat and what was it?
David Sweat
And Richard
and Dick Matt.
Dick Matt.
Richard Matt.
Dick Sweat.
Dick Matt. What up? My name is Dick Matt. I got a big old dick.
So
Oh,
the guy
shit.
named Richard has the big dick?
I don't know. I
Okay.
didn't
Oh God, I
confirm.
hope so. Or the sweaty
Uh,
guy. I hope he has the big dick. A big old sweaty dick.
Mitchell is jailed on charges that she supplied tools to help Sweat and Matt. I'm going to call him Dick, right?
Yeah, call
It
him
would
Dick.
be inappropriate for me not to call a guy named Richard Matt. Yeah, I'm going to go Sweat Dick and Sweat. So she
Dick and
supplied
Sweat.
the new
Forever
famous
douchebags.
Mitchell is jailed on charges that she supplied tools to help Dick Sweat bust out of their cells. She has pleaded not guilty. A sheriff officially described her as a rather composed and said she watches the media and she sees what's happening. Her husband, Lyle, visited her behind bars on Tuesday for the very first time. His lawyer knocked down claims that he was standing by his wife. This line made me so fucking happy. Nothing can be further from the truth, says lawyer Peter Dumas. Dick Swat and Dumas. Oh, I want to watch that porno.
So Dick Sweaty Ass. Let's just go. Let's just shorten his name a little.
I prefer Dumas. Like
Dumbass and
Dumas
Sweat and Dick.
Dick Sweat and Dumas. Peter Dumas said, there's no way I'm standing by her, according to his client.
Good.
Wiley said Wednesday that authorities had no reason to believe that Lyle Mitchell helped in the escape. A senior New York official told NBC News that authorities have received no solid intelligence for 4 days in the search of Dick Sweat. Fucked up my own joke. The killers who staged a daring escape from Clinton Correctional Facility on June 6th. You know they're going to have a movie and then a porn parody.
I hope so.
State authorities said that they were expanding the search and shifting it to other areas around Dannemora, the prison town. Charles Guest of the New York State Police, Major Charles Guest, Major Guest is in charge of this.
These are some fucked up names.
I feel fucking like I'm playing Clue.
So it was Dick Sweat in the conservatory with
a schlong
with his dick.
It was Dick with his schlong. Said the search was expanding in all cardinal directions, and officials were looking at viable high-speed avenues that the killers might have used. Authorities also reopened a state road that was closed June 10th after police dogs picked up the suspect's scent. We have no information that they have been able to leave the area. Captain Robert LaFontaine of the New York State Police told... I'm not making that up. All these names are awesome. It doesn't mean they've left the area either. Hundreds of federal, state, and local law enforcement officers have combed the area of more than 1,000 acres or 16 square miles and fielded more than 12,000 leads. So this is, for those of you who don't know, I realize that we kind of told the back end first.
So
but
basically, these two fucking guys decided to do escape from Alcatraz.
Murderers.
Two murderers. One murdered like his boss, and the other one was like on conspiracy of murder. Whatever. They had life.
And I know that I just broke my rule about pieces of shit we don't mention. But again,
it's an interesting story.
I really wanted to make my Dick Sweat joke. Honestly, I had it written down on a post at work all week.
It's an interesting story.
This cunt. And
she was banging one of them or she was banging both of them.
She was blowing the big dicked one.
Okay.
And fucking the little dicked one. Okay. And I'm just presuming when you have one guy with a giant schwanz,
the other one's got to be.
The other dick is always considered tiny, right?
Yeah.
Like if
well, I mean, wouldn't you think that she'd suck off the guy with the smaller one and fuck the guy with the bigger one?
No, because he would fucking tear her from fucking vagina to asshole.
Yeah, but like, how big is her fucking mouth? I heard she's like, I did see a picture of her. She is kind of like a fatty.
She's a little bit of a fatty.
Yeah.
She really shouldn't wear hockey jerseys, is what I'm saying. She should tuck in her shirt, fat bitch.
And she's married. And she's a guard. And doesn't her husband,
cheated,
and it's a very small town. Apparently,
she cheated on her first husband with this other guy.
Yeah.
Broke up with the other guy, married this second guy.
Yeah.
Now with two criminals, was getting double teamed in fucking Fargo.
She's obviously
a horseshit town.
She's obviously a fucking whore. I'm telling you, these guys though.
Put it in my butthole.
Oh my god.
Sure.
Those two guys are probably in Mexico by now. I'm just saying, like they're gone.
Opie
they're fucking
Jim
gone
on their awesome radio show.
Yeah, I was listening to them talk about it.
They were saying,
you fucking liar.
They were fucking saying that.
I agree with them.
They were saying that they suspect they had a second way out. So she was like the decoy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a brilliant.
Oh
plan.
yeah.
But what would you do if?
But she was supposed to be. She was supposed to be waiting for them outside with her car.
But went to the doctors for like.
But she bailed on them, so they showed up, and she wasn't there. So then they were left to their own devices.
Yup. How?
Hey, you know what? They broke out of a fucking prison. Apparently, it was like 4 feet of concrete they had to go through. Like, how did this go unnoticed?
It was literally
obviously one of the fucking female. Which that's another thing. She's a female guard, correct?
No, she works there. She like works in one of the areas.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah, she's not a guard.
So then how did she have access to even meet these guys? It's such a weird, like...
I mean, prisons are... I was reading an article, not to completely go left,
yeah,
but I was reading an article on, like, what is, like, accurate about Orange is the New Black versus what is total fiction. They're saying a lot of shit is accurate, including, like, the setup.
Yeah.
There's so few guards, and remember, these two fuckers weren't in, like...
They were on good behavior or some shit. Like they got to wear street clothes.
Bananas. They got
and they were on murder.
They had to wear like street clothes and be in like the less secure area.
Yeah.
So it's just
So
fucked
that I
up, but-
get. And apparently they get up to like 45 minutes of like their own free time. So that's obviously when they're getting sucked and fucked up, you know.
I'm saying they were just plowing her in like a
fucking
broom
crazy.
closet. What would you like? I'm impressed by her husband because I would have gone on like a killing spree. What the fuck if right
You
now,
find out that your wife was fucking two
Bro,
inmates and then
if-
and was plotting to kill you.
if on last week's podcast, in the middle of it, you hear Jen's voice,
Mm,
and I'm like, Jen's sucking my dick. The 1,000 or so people that listen to this show,
yeah.
you would be fucking beyond humiliated.
Oh yeah.
Imagine if it was the world.
Yeah.
The
Everyone's
world
literally
knows,
talking about it.
and it becomes common knowledge my schwanz is gigantic.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, Gerard had a tiny penis. That's definitely why she cheated. Then it was like, and then
I don't
the
have remorse for
friend
the guy. I want to fuck him just to make him feel better.
just wanna like, I'll suck you off, buddy.
Yeah, I'll help you
Bring
out,
that
buddy.
little dick over.
I don't know, man. She's obviously fucked up in that. It's just such a weird, like, it's like a soap opera, but in like prison. It's just, I don't know.
That's absolutely correct.
When this was like upstate, like fucking really crazy jail too, like
I mean, not
maximum
that crazy.
security,
Not that
some
crazy.
shit.
There's sucking, fucking, and escaping going on from good old Dick,
Dick Sweat and Dumas and
Dumas is his attorney.
LaFontaine. Come on,
fucking
man. We're
Frenchie
not
Bucks.
making up these fucking names.
I wish
dude.
we were. This fall, 6 and 60 presents the porno you were all waiting for.
This ain't Dick Sweat.
They just like bump
This ain't
fists.
Dick Sweat, Dumas.
Yeah. Just you. Who do you want to play, big dick guy or little dick guy? I don't mind. I don't mind playing little dick.
Does the little dick guy still have a little pep in his step?
I mean, you can make the character your own.
All right, fine.
So,
I'm going with
it's-
that.
It's
He's very like slapstick
It's
comedy.
less parody, more we take inspiration.
Whoop, 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 whoop. That's I want to be like
Yo,
that's-
girl, you want to get your dick sweat on? Boom, and we punch fists. Then we plow fucking Fatty McGee.
We jump in the fucking sky and
That's
it
how it
pauses
ends.
and we fucking
No,
high five.
the way it ends is there's another prison guard bitch that we were also fucking. So she's the car that pulls up and it's like a convertible.
Whoa!
And we're like, we had a plan B, and we fucking freeze frame. And then the sequel could be us fucking that chick. Sucking in, fucking in, sucking in, fucking in, sucking in, fucking in, sucking in, fucking in, sucking in. Right? Jen won't be upset. That's not cheating, it's acting.
Yeah, it's acting.
That's why technically Jen hasn't cheated on her last boyfriend, because she's always acting with you.
Oh.
Like she's get it? Like she's like she doesn't
hate
really
you,
come.
Hate you.
Love you. I love Google, and not just because Bing kind of sucks.
Bing fucking
I like
blows.
I like Google because it
Bing
fucking,
can suck my thing.
I feel like
girlfriend.
I won't lie. This is a huge part of it. Google has joined the fight against revenge porn.
Yeah.
Very soon, victims of revenge porn will be able to ask Google to take down content from search results. The move was praised as a significant step forward, given Google searches. Google searches obviously have such a heavy influence. Like if you can't find it in Google and you have to turn to Bing, like fucking,
You're never
done.
gonna find
You're not. Yeah, if you can't find it on
Yeah,
Google,
if you can't find it on Google, you're
now
fucked.
here's the thing too. It also is going to set a precedent for search engines like Bing. Bing can't be the place you go for fucking revenge porn.
No.
That's probably bad press. What we have seen in the last 6 months is this public consciousness about the profound economic and social impact of that of posting nude images without someone's consent, and often in violation of their trust, can have on people's lives. University of Maryland law professor Danielle Citron, an expert in online harassment and author of Hate Crimes in Cyberspace, told USA Today, what victims will often tell you, and what they tell me, is what they want most is to not have the search results where their employers, clients, colleagues, and friends can Google them and see these nude photos. It's not just humiliating. It wrecks their chances for employment. It makes them undateable and unemployable. Not to correct you about a very serious issue, but I feel like if you have really nice tits, it'll help those dating chances. I'm just kidding. I'm making levity out of something that hurts my soul. The company's vice president, Amit Shinghai, said in a blog post posted on Friday that although Google believes that search should reflect the whole web, revenge porn images are intensely personal and emotionally damaging, and serve only to degrade the victims, predominantly women. In the coming weeks, we'll put up a web form people can use to submit these requests to us, and we'll update this blog post with the link. according to Mr. Singhal. These images will not be removed from websites, but won't appear in Google search results. Revenge porn is a term for the online posting of explicit photos of people without their permission. These images sometimes end up on sextortation sites intended to coerce victims into making payments, having sex, or performing sexual favors. The practice first came to public attention in 2010. A website, Is Anyone Up, began posting revenge porn photographs until its founder, Hunter Moore, that cunt piece of shit, shut down the website in 2012. Named by Rolling Stone the most hated man on the internet, Mr. Moore was arrested in January of 2004 and pleaded guilty in a Los Angeles court in February. Then the little bitch complained that his articles popped up. Fuck you, you fucking jerk off. Revenge porn laws already exist in some U.S. states. In October 2013, Governor Jerry Brown signed the first in-the-nation law criminalizing revenge porn, exactly the way it should be. 2 months later, Kevin Bolliart, a 28-year-old revenge porn website operator from San Diego, was arrested in April 2015. Mr. Bolliart, here referred to as cunt faggot bitch turd face, was sentenced to 18 years in prison, where he's going to get revenge porned. As of June 1st, 21 states have laws against revenge porn, according to law firm C.A. Goldberg. Social media sites are also taking steps to crack down on revenge porn. Reddit, Twitter, Facebook are all fighting the good fight. Now, this isn't a censorship issue. Some people have twisted it. They're saying if Google is going to start omitting things, it's not giving people access. That's not what this is. Everything will show up. If you have a photo of your dick, Gerard, that you sent to someone 5 years ago, and they post it up because they're sad that you're happy or want you to pay money so no one sees your little Irish thing, those fuckers deserve to go to prison. But more to the point, more effectively, or more accurately rather, you should have an instant way to get rid of it. This shit is life ruining, man.
That's the problem. Like as soon as you put something on the internet, it's there. Like there's
and
no.
Imagine when we put this nonsense podcast on
it's
the internet,
there.
Our kids deserve to be able to stumble across it, and we have to explain ourselves.
Yeah.
Like, why did you say cock faggot turd?
Well,
face?
that's the thing. Like though we put stuff on the internet. This podcast. If we don't feel like if I say I hate fucking Asians. And I throw that on the fucking internet. Right. If I throw that on the internet, I have to back that up once I'm questioned. That's just the way it is. Anything we throw in there are our beliefs, our opinions, whatever. We have to fucking back it up. You can't just hope it goes away. It doesn't go away. If I start posting revenge porn tomorrow, there's going to be backlash. And I need to explain myself. You can't just hide from it. You know what I mean? There's no sweeping it under a rug. That's just not fucking happening. And these douchebags that put it up, they deserve to get fucking ass raped in fucking jail.
Absolutely. And again, we're using that as a metaphor for punishment.
They're gonna get ass raped. They're a little bitch.
I mean, statistics.
You know, a murderer should fucking ass rape you in jail. That's what you deserve.
To be honest, bro, I feel like
not like it's gross because fucking no, like it's not like
I was reading statistics.
It's gay. That's the worst part. No, they literally rape you.
You're
bleeding over and over and over again just so they can get off because there's no women in fucking jail.
First of all, let's be totally honest about this fucking gay word. We use the 1992 version of it. The fact
I used the 1997 version. Odd.
That started being biggity. You want to go at least back to 96. And then you all know that. Those of you that listen to the show, you know we fucking honestly.
I use a word is a word.
I'll take this bet right now, Gerard. I bet you $100 in the next 20 years, Jen puts something up your ass and you love it. You're that sort of freak. You're that sort of freak. I'm just saying.
Whatever.
Do you take the bet?
I'll take the bet. Fine.
Oh, you're gonna lose $100.
20 years?
Good old 35-year-old Gerard's gonna be like, "Here's $100, Charlie."
20 years from now is not. I'm
saying it's not even gonna take that long.
I'll be 58.
It's not even gonna take
I
that
don't
long.
plan on staying alive that long. At least 33. I'm not making it any older. All right. I just turned 28.
That is
not happening.
That is not.
My luck. I'm gonna live till 112.
That was not the least emo thing you've ever said. Like, I'm not even gonna make it. I live too hard of a life.
No, not even that. Not even that, man. Just I hope I don't live that far. Vape life. Vape life.
You're stupid. But yeah, no, fucking Hooray for Google.
Good for Google.
Google rocks.
See, now it's just going to leave these websites, these horrible websites that still have it, to depend on the word of mouth between, other scumbags that like to search. Oh, yeah, man, you should check out this website. So it's no longer going to be searchable on Google. And then hopefully that brings down the traffic for these websites to the point where they have to shut down. So Google, I applaud you for being the innovators of non-revenge porn
It's
searches.
Google. It's Google doing what they've done for a very long time, and that's
That's the thing about Google. They've always been great innovators in what they do.
I just want to give credit where credit's due, and fuck yeah, Google, you rule.
Fuck Bing.
And
Bing sucks.
fuck revenge porn.
Jeeves is still around.
Can
Did
we
you know
please-
that?
can we-
Let's talk
yeah,
about
I
Ask
believe it.
Jeeves.
Can we
I asked
please-
Jeeves one question, and you're like, You're a fucking search engine. How do you go, and just shrug your shoulders?
That what it
Fuck
says?
you,
That's
Jeeves.
amazing. Here's my thing. If we can stop this horrific crime that is revenge porn, I feel like titty pictures will become more popular. Because I
Yeah,
miss
that's the thing.
early 2000s
Jen
titty pictures.
still
were the
is
best.
like, I'll send you stuff in bra and panties. No full nudes. Like, fuck you, revenge porn.
Gulp.
You ruined it for me.
They took it away.
Yeah, they took it away. Jen's leery about fucking sending. I'm never gonna show that shit to my friends. Maybe my cat. Like, hey, check out Mama.
You and the cat.
Yeah.
Fucking the cat's diddling his little ding dong.
Oh my god.
Cat revenge porn, I'm still okay with.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just saying. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. This is Charlie Rivera signing off for 6 and 60. Remember, all of our episodes are available not only on iTunes, but also on 6and60.net. We want to thank our sponsors. ReadUSComics.com is, of course, partially my company, so it's a sponsor. Just deal with it. It's called Synergy, is the word that they use when they do those Coca-Cola ads with the Santa Claus. Those two companies, Santa Claus's company with the elves and everything, they need to have Coca-Cola's money to fund their crazy experiments of breaking into children's homes. And, of course, Atomic Comics, located at 895D Montauk Highway, Shirley, New York, 11967. That number again, 631-772-5232. You can call Mac and Bree right now and get all sorts of cool shit. Just all of it's cool. At the very beginning of the show, we did have the clip from Jon Stewart. That was followed by a song from No More Kings called This. Right now in the background, you're hearing Sweep the Leg, which is, of course, inspired by Karate Kid. Guys, I love the hell out of you, and I'll see you next week. For Gerard Nolan, I'm Charlie Rivera, coming to you live to tape from the Drunken Monkey Studio. Go hug somebody today. They deserve it. Peace.
Johnny, sweep the leg. Johnny, sweep the leg. Johnny. Oh, good God, now you gotta believe me. Good God, you gotta believe me. Oh, good God, now you gotta believe me. I heard the devil whisper in my ear. He made his message clear when he said, "Sweep the leg, Johnny. Sweep the leg, Johnny. Sweep the leg, Johnny. Oh, sweep the leg, Johnny."